All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first What's New Wednesday with Millennial Fabrics. Today is May 20th, which I can hardly believe, but here we are, and we are mid-StitchCon prep here at Millennial Fabrics headquarters, and you're getting to view my beautiful rolling thread display. I have two of them, and I use the front and the back. These are brand new to us, so I thought I'd use that as the background. If you guys are here live on Facebook, hello and welcome. And we are filming live, and then we are going to be uploading on YouTube. So if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm super duper excited. This is the very first edition of this new segment I'm kind of hoping to do every Wednesday. If you're new to Millennial Fabrics, I'm Sarah and I am the owner, and I am so happy to see you and be here with you tonight. Hopefully we'll be able to get Nathan in on some of these. Some of you were able to meet him at our first Threads of Friendship event. So hopefully maybe I'll be able to get him in on some of these weekly update events. We'll see. We might have to remind him about that at a Threads of Friendship, if you know what I mean. Okay, so we are going to dive right in. So just as a first time here, I will be answering questions in a segment at the end. So right now, I'm just going to be going over everything that is new. If I see a comment that's super pertinent or something I should mention, I will definitely answer that. Otherwise, I will answer everything at the very end. You will also see either in the chat or in the link down below in this video, a link to what we call the What New Wednesday tab. And that is going to be updated every single Wednesday, hopefully, if I can keep up with it. And that is going to be everything that is new to our shop. So the really exciting thing is sometimes things can get lost, especially on Facebook. Things can get lost and things can get missed. So what this is going to be is a one-stop shop for you guys to see everything we have that's new. Okay, so we are going to dive right in with some shop updates before we go into the merchandise. So we've got some really exciting updates. I wrote everything down here. So first of all, you can see I have Pirate and Robin behind me. That is because I am super excited to announce that Pirate and Robin's birthday is this month, and Robin decided to create some brand new colors for her birthday. And I have those on order as well as a restock for the shop, because as you can see, some of my rings are getting sort of low. Now, some of that's just because of how they're named, but some of that's because I'm running low. So I have a full restock, very large order coming in, as well as all of the brand new colors that she just released. So that is very exciting. Now, one thing that has been heavily asked for, which I'm excited to announce, is we have no count cross stitch kits coming. So I was able to find a distributor who is lovely and great quality kits, and so those are coming for your folks who may not want to count. We've had a huge uptick in requests for those, so I wanted to be able to grab those for you guys. So we have no count kits coming, and they may be featured on next week's updates depending on when they arrive. I think they're going to arrive this week though. She is on top of it. And then speaking of kits, I also have purchased, I'm gonna grab them from right over here. You guys know, many of you, when you first joined Millennial Fabrics, especially if you were a new stitcher, I might have suggested to you Primrose Cottage Quaker charts as your first chart. I've been thinking about something that I could do for new stitchers. So I did increase my inventory. These are not fully complete yet, but they should be by next week. I have repurchased all of the Quakers that we know and love, which are small stitches from Primrose Cottage, and I am going to fully kit these items with thread and fabric for new stitchers or those who might just want a kit. So those are going to hopefully be ready by next week. Now, if you were here at the very beginning, you may have heard me say that we are in knee-deep StitchCon mode, which is true. And Nathan asked me, what made you decide to do that this week? The week before we have to have StitchCon out? I don't know. Probably because I'm avoiding folding fabric. Might have a big part to do with that, but you know, we do have 5 brand new colors that will be coming out at StitchCon, which will then be coming out to you all. If you are signed up for Threads of Friendship in June, Nathan and I are working very, very hard to make sure that those colors will be there for you at StitchCon. And then, of course, if you are new, I feel like I should mention Nathan is my husband, and he also owns Millennial Fabrics. We are a team, and I could not do this without him. When you see all these beautiful new colors, he hand-dyed every single one of them. So these new colors are wonderful, and I'm very excited about them. If you purchased from the Primrose Patriotic Release, which was last month, those have now all shipped as long as your order was paid. So you should have a shipping notice for those. And then I wanted to be on top of it. So if you may have seen online, Primrose did another release in the meantime, and I ordered those in the middle of the night. I did not take pre-orders for them. I just went ahead and placed the order because I really didn't want them to sell out. So I will be featuring those as soon as they arrive, but I can go ahead and give you quantities in case you want to send me a private message and request any of those. Nettie's Sewing Basket, I have 15. God is Love, I have 10. Whimsical Quaker, I have 20. That one's really good, guys. Super excited about that. And then they have needle minders that are bobbins with different size needles on them. So 24, 26, and 28. And I have 8 of each of those. So those are coming in the mail. And as soon as they arrive, I will be posting about them. Julie, I'm so glad that you are here because you are going to love one of the updates I'm about to share. Stitch Ridge Weekend #1. That is July 31st through August 2nd of this year. As of the posting of this video, I have 1 singular slot still open. 1 singular slot, if I can speak, and I am going to post that in the chat for the live viewers right now in case anybody wants to grab that last slot. I just sent that in the chat. And then speaking of Stitch Ridge, I have sent out an email, but we are now taking orders for the fabric and thread kits to go with your exclusive chart from Finally a Farm Girl. Threads of Friendship June is completely sold out, and we are on a wait list. So thank you guys so much for your support in that event. We actually had to increase the capacity by 2 tables. So I'm very thankful for that, y'all. Speaking of Threads of Friendship, I am in the process of having shirts made. We are working out pricing now, and as soon as I'm done with that, I will be sending that information out to Threads of Friendship participants, and I will probably post it in the group in case anybody else wants one. They will be generic for 2026, and then we will create new ones for the following years. But that way, if you are going to the June event, or if you went to our event earlier in the year, or you're going to the September event, which I'll speak about shortly, you will be able to have a shirt if you would like one. Okay, I'm talking a million miles a minute, but this next announcement is a big one, guys. You've been asking, I've been trying, and it's happening. I was lucky enough while we were on vacation, a store posted that they are going to be closing, and we were able to purchase their entire Gentle Arts collection. So it is on its way to me, and as soon as it arrives, I will be posting those. I also have quite a bit of Gentle Arts that I have been collecting, but now that I have a large collection coming, I will be able to post those. So Gentle Arts is coming. Woohoo! Yes, and then for Stitch Ridge, speaking of shirts, you guys are next in line for shirts. We already have a design ready to go. I just want to get Threads of Friendship done, and then we will move to the Stitch Ridge shirts. So those are coming for y'all too. And then if you saw the release on Facebook, we have our first hint for Threads of Wonder for our May, June box, and then the actual box is going to release for purchase on May 29th. Okay, so May 29th, and if you want a tier 5, make sure you get that ASAP once they release, because they do sell out pretty darn quickly. Okay, now let's talk about 2026 event-wise and 2027. Are you listening? Are your listening ears on? I'm going to give some sneak peeks. That is information that has not been shared. This is for your ears only. All right, so you heard me say that Threads of Friendship June event is full and we are on a wait list, and Stitch Ridge is also full aside from that one seat. I have not posted about Threads of Friendship September yet. However, if you want a slot, send me a message. It is September 26th in Roanoke, Virginia, and it will be $150 a seat, and it'll be an all day from morning until 11 o'clock at night, and you will get 2 full meals as well as lots and lots of goodies. So if you want a spot on that September 26th Threads of Friendship, send me an email or a private message and I will get you on my list. Now, drum roll. Okay, I have 2 retreats I'd like to put in your brain that are happening next year. I would also like to add that Stitch Ridge, my plan is for Stitch Ridge to also happen again next year. It will probably only be one weekend. I'm not sure if it will be in Roanoke again or if I'll change locations, but it very well may be in Roanoke, but the dates will change because, are you listening? I'm so excited. Oh, we will be having a retreat July 23rd to the 25th in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm so excited. And I am this close to booking the designer, and I could not be more excited about who it is. I can't spill the beans yet, but you're gonna be excited. You're gonna be excited. I'm excited. The hotel is giving us an awesome price on rooms, and I am just beyond thrilled. So this event's going to be a little different than some of our other events because I'm hoping to bring some vendors in as well for you guys. So keep on the lookout for that. It's going to be a decent sized retreat. The ballroom can fit a lot of people. So very exciting. Okay, now, you know my sweet friend Caroline, she might be in the chat here, I'm not totally sure. I want you guys to keep in mind April 2027 because her with her Fabled Hollow collection, we are going to be teaming up for a retreat and we are super excited about that. We are in the planning phases right now, but that is going to be in April of next year. And as soon as we have more information, we will get that right out to you. But just know it's going to be epic. It's us. It's going to be so much fun. So that's April of next year. And Lancaster is like a dream. Right? Like I get to go host a retreat in like my favorite place ever and share my favorite foods with you guys. And then I do see a comment in the chat that I feel like is pretty pertinent, so I'm going to add to it. Yes, I will be vending at the Stitchers Market, which is replacing Galleria this year. So I will be there. Caroline will also be there. She's in the chat now as well. And we will both be there and we are super excited. We're going to be next to each other room wise. So if you are in the St. Louis, Missouri area, definitely come pop in, say hey. So Mike from Atomic Ranch has taken over and started this event and we are super excited to support him. So if you're in that area or within driving distance, come check it out. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so I think those are all of my event updates. Definitely make sure that you send me a message if you want into that September event. Okay? Okay, let's dive in to what's new at Millennial Fabrics. Okay, oh, one more thing I wanted to add. So sorry. If you are placing pre-orders on the website, I want to tell you what's going to ship together. And no, I have not invoiced, but I will ASAP. Like I said, StitchCon, but I've ordered the items, so don't stress. So the Dirty Annie's and Paisley and Polka Dots collaboration, that will ship. The Finally a Farm Girl will ship with that. Needle and Moss and the Carriage House sampling. So all 4 of those releases will ship together to save you money on that shipping. The assorted release, you might have noticed, the assorted post I made with all of the awesome designs, that will ship together. And then your Jed X Stitch items will ship separately because they're not shipping until the end of the month to me. So they're gonna be a little bit later, so we'll just ship them separately. And then if you want the beads for those, you gotta message me. I've already checked in and I can in fact get them. So if you want the beads for those charts, let me know. Okay. Here we go. New items. So remember, all of these items are active on the website in that link that I sent over, which I will pop in the chat again, because right now we have 54 people in the chat. So I just sent that link to you again, and I will let you know as I go how many of each of these items that I do have available, and that way you know if you need to check out now or later. I will say if you end up checking out twice because you don't want to lose something, I'll just refund additional shipping. Don't stress about that. Okay, I do see also that many of you are active on the website right now, which is awesome. So we're gonna trial run this and see how it goes. Okay, so we're gonna do project bags first. So these are from a couple months ago from our bag of the month clubs. So we're gonna start with this coffee bag. This is in the envelope style, and it looks like this, and it opens up right here, and that's what the inside of these bags are going to look like. I have 4 of this one, and it is $28. All of our project bags are $28. This envelope bag is going to fit the most stuff because she expands a lot. A lot. So if you're interested in this bag, make sure you check out the coffee envelope project bag on the website. Next up for project bags, this one's a cutie one, okay? This one is our Lavender Bunnies traditional project bag, and I have 9 of this one available, and it's going to be listed under Lavender Bunnies on the website. So super cute. The traditional project bags are our most popular project bag, and I love them personally. I will unzip so you can see the inside here. The inside. Cute little chicks. I mean, it's adorable. It's perfect for spring and summertime. I love it. That is going to be listed under Lavender Bunnies. And our last project bag is going to be this yellow floral vinyl project bag. So if you're a vinyl project bag stitcher, this one's for you. This is the yellow floral, and this is from Boulder Valley Stitching. And I only have 2 of this one available. So this one might be a add to your cart item if you're interested in it, as I only have 2. And as I said, all the project bags are only $28. So those are our project bags that are now listed on the website if you're interested in any of those. Now, like I said, I have a lot of fabric to get through, so I'm gonna go in between fabric and charts. Now, I will also say I was not planning on doing this when I left my house at 8 o'clock this morning, so I don't have my ring light. Next week, I will have my ring light, and fabric will show much better. But for this week, we're just gonna do the best that we can with what we got. So if you want better pictures, check the website, because I did use my photo booth to take those pictures, and I do apologize for crinkling sounds, but I am taking these directly out of the bag that they get stored in. So the first fabric that is new to the website is going to be Crystal Jade, which was March's Opal Fabric of the Month from Picture This Plus. And you will see it is a beautiful green with those gorgeous opals inside of that fabric. And the nice part is, if you've never stitched with an opal, the glitter does not fall out when you're stitching. It's sealed in there, and it is beautiful. And Picture This Plus's opals are really, really nice. I have 14 and 16 count Adas, 32 count even weave, and 32 count linen of the Crystal Jade, as well as the other crystals that are listed on our website. Here is an example of one of the linens. So it's nice because sometimes you may notice with our fabric and other hand dyers that the color changes with the different types of fabric, but this one's pretty much the same, which is real nice. And I have 2 of each of those available, and they are in quarters, and that is listed under Crystal Jade. All right. Next up, this is a very fantastic neutral color. I love it. This is also from Picture This Plus, and this one is called Tarnish. And Tarnish, we have available in a lot of counts and colors. It actually takes up 2 bags, but it is going to be this dark gray. I will say I do think it has some bluish undertones, but it's a very nice gray. That's actually showing up really nicely for the color on the screen there. This one is Tarnish, and I have it in the following: 14 and 18 count Aida in quarters, and then 18 count I do have 1/2 yard. I have 32 count even weave in quarters and 1/2 yard, 32 count linen in quarters and 1/2 yard, 36 count linen in quarters and 1/2 yard, and then 40 count linen in quarters. And this is Tarnish and is available now. And as you can tell, all of these items are already ready to rock and roll for you. So that means that if you order tonight, they will ship to you tomorrow, which is a good turnaround time. Now, this next fabric is hard to get your hands on. I myself have been waiting for it for quite some time. It is a Fox and Rabbit. Did that perk your ears? It always perks mine, because Fox and Rabbit, they are in Australia, and sometimes their fabric can be tricky to get a hold of because it's from overseas. So this one is very good, and this one is the called for fabric, if my brain is working correctly, for the Pledge of Allegiance chart from Plum Street that was released at Market. So this is dun dun dun. This is Eucalyptus. This is Eucalyptus from Fox and Rabbit, and we've got it ready for you guys. I buy Fox and Rabbit the moment I can. It's like a bluish gray. It's a great color. And I've got this in quite a variety of sizes. So I have 14, 16, and 18 count Aidas, and I have quarters and halves of all of those. 32 count linen and 40 count linen, quarters and halves of both are available. So whether you're an Aida or a linen stitcher, I've got you covered. You guys know that I support Aida and linen stitchers and everybody in between. So I try and get Aida for everything I possibly can. So that's Eucalyptus, a very, a bird's flew in the window, a very, very popular color. So if you are a Fox and Rabbit stitcher, I'd get your hands on that because it's kind of hard to get a hold of. And their dye just shipped out to stores. Speaking of hard to get a hold of, I have another color here that is pretty tricky to get a hold of, and I only have 3 of this available. So this is Country French Latte in 32 count linen, and I have quarters of this, and it looks like so. It is a very good neutral, but this one can be a little hard to get a hold of. I was on back order for this for multiple months. So it's a great neutral. A better picture is active on the website in case you are looking for a better photo. But I have 3 of that one available in 32 count linen, and they are all quarters. All right. Let's talk a little bit about charts and stitching goodies. So I mentioned that all of the patriotic Primrose releases have gone out, but I do have a few extra notions. So this is American Love, and it can hook onto your bags or onto your scissors. I have 3 of this available, and it is $10.98, and you will be able to find it under American Love on that link. We also have the sticker pack. So this is going to include 6 patriotic stickers, not stitchers, not people, stickers, designed by Primrose. And I have 3 of these packs available, and they are $8.99. These are really great table gifts. I occasionally have folks message me and say, hey, can I get X amount of packs of stickers or whatever they might be looking for table gifts. And as long as you give me a heads up, I can definitely do that for you. Now, this was a hot commodity. This was the sold out item we were waiting on. So if you want this, snag it. I have 8 extras available. This is the Primrose Cottage Fireworks Needle Minder. It is $10.98. Isn't that so cute? Little firecrackers. So cute, and of course great for the 250th, and I have 8 extra of those available, and that was what we were waiting on with that pre-order, so definitely grab those if you're interested. Okay, before I show more fabrics, I'm going to show you this adorable skunk. He's so cute. I have 11 of him available, and I'm about this close to stitching him. He's so cute. This is the skunk from Cottage Garden Samplings, and this is number 10. Nope. Yes, number 10 in the Year in the Woods series, and the hedgehog is on its way to me, so the hedgehog will be shipping out shortly, but this is the skunk, and he is so cute. I mean, look at this. And I do have to like really compliment this designer, because this one actually came out a month later than it was supposed to, because she hadn't perfected the design to where she was super happy with it yet. So I appreciate that she didn't just put out something she wasn't totally happy with. So I love to support designers that love and care about what they put out. So big ups to her. I did just see a question. Yes, our fabric is at Stitchtopia in Findlay, Ohio this weekend. It surely is. We sent a full trunk show there. Very exciting. Next up, we do have Crafty Bluebonnet charts. These were new releases, and they are patriotic for the most part for the 250th. This is One Nation from Crafty Bluebonnet. I have 2 of these available, and they are $12. Super duper cute there. And this is on a paisley and polka dots frame. That's what I was reading on the back to make sure, but it looked like theirs. And then we have the New Mexico State Spool. I have 1 of this chart available, and it is $7. And then just as a reminder, if you are just tuning in, we are not claiming live. I'm going over everything new, and it is already posted on the link that I just sent again in chat in case you missed that. All right, next up is Bless Our Land. So you actually are going to get, I believe it's, yes, because you're going to get the patriotic stars as well as the Bless Your Land. So this chart is $17, and I have 3 of this one available. I really like that one. Super pretty. I also really like Crafty Bluebonnet often puts like what her inspiration was on the back, like in detail. I think that's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna jump back over to fabric. This is a color that has been asked about a lot. And again, it was on back order and it has now arrived, and I'm super happy to be able to put it in your hands because a lot of designers call for this fabric or call for something similar. So this is going to be Nordic Blue from Witchelt. Now, I do want to tell you that Witchelt fabric is typically a bit stiffer than regular Aida and linen. I have this available in 14 count Aida and 28 count linen. Now I will tell you that the 28 count linen is a little transparent when it's just up against the light. However, when it's against like a background, it's completely fine. So this is what that's gonna look like. This is going to be the 28 count linen. And this is going to be the Aida. Yes, if you guys want to purchase something, you just go straight to the website and you can place that order. And if you end up placing multiple orders, I will just refund that shipping for you. Absolutely. The skunk is called the skunk, and it is from Cottage Garden Samplings. And then I should also mention, the skunk does call for Cole from Weeks Dye Works, and if you're looking for Cole, it is pretty noticeable, the changes in color, because you are stitching him with that Cole, and we do have that Weeks in stock that you're welcome to add to your order if you're looking to get that specialty thread. And then of course, if you ever need any of your items kitted up for you with fabric or floss, you just send me a message and let me know, and I will work on that for you. Okay, next up, this just arrived, and purple lovers, this one is for you. First of all, I love Manny D. Donna. She is a wonderful human being and she is so, so kind, and she specifically dyes Ada for us. I requested Ada with her fabric of the month that she sends to us, and she dyes that for us and for our stitchers. So I appreciate that immensely from her. And I always like to hype her up, but her fabric is also literally gorgeous. And this fabric is called Lavender. This is lavender. So, so pretty. I mean, come on, it's gorgeous. And I have this in a variety of counts, 14 and 18 count Ada, 32 count linen, 36 count linen, and 40 count linen, all in quarters. And then I have 14 Ada and 18 Ada in halves, and 32, 36, and 40 count linen in halves. So I have quarters and halves of all, and we've got Ada and linen available. So pretty. Like this purple is gorgeous. I'm gonna have to stitch something on this. It's so pretty. Ugh, love this linen. I gasped when I opened her package up. But yes, she is darling. Thank you for the compliment on my thread wall. It rolls. I actually have a mess behind me. Okay, let's go over a few more charts and then we will dive right back into fabric. Okay, this is the Country Cottage Needleworks Christmas Market Collection, and this is Crepe Cart. Now, I do have all of the other ones available, and if they are sold out, I'm happy to order more. This is a current series that is going on, so if you'd like to join that, you let me know and I'll get you on. But they are only $7 a chart. This one is from Primrose Cottage and shipped with their Patriotic Collection. This is Be Still, and I have 4 of this chart available, and it is $9. And it's nice because it only uses one color, and it calls for Deep Fennel from Classic Colorworks, but you could stitch this with absolutely any color you wanted to. This would be another really nice one to use for kits, which I may do. Okay, another from the Primrose release. This one is a very simple but patriotic stitch. This is going to be $17.76 to $2026. It is $9, and I have 3 of this one available. And of course, if you're watching this in a rerun, these quantities are all what I have available at the time of recording. So if something's sold out, reach out to me and I will do my best to get that for you as soon as possible. Now this one, so cute. This is Robin's 4th of July. Look at that. This one is $10, and I have 3 of this one available. It calls for a mixture of Classic Colorworks and DMC, but would be a pretty quick stitch at only 94 by 50. So, so cute. That one might be on my list of things to stitch. I love it. Now, we did have a very popular release from Sweet Wing Studio. So this one I had folks messaging me about prior, like very, very exciting stuff. So I'm happy to have these in shop. So this is We Hold These Truths. This was a release a few weeks ago from Sweet Wing Studio. She is also a sweetheart. And this one actually calls for that country French latte linen. So if you are looking for the called for fabric for this, we can kit you up with all of the called for, which is really exciting. Super exciting there. And I have 4 of that one available. And then remember, at the very end of the live stream, I will be doing a question and answer segment. So if you guys have any questions about anything that I said in the update section or in the release section, you just let me know then, okay? All right, this is one of her Wordy Birds. This is Wordy Birds September. I have 7 of this remaining, and this is $9. All of her Wordy Birds are $9, and I have all of the rest of the year in stock as well. So this one says, "Oh my sweetie pie, you apple eye." Oh wait. "Oh my sweetie pie, you are the apple of my eye." I was like, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to say that. It's down here. It was just, oh, it's actually easier to see in the camera than it was in the dark room that I'm in. Again, next week I will have my ring light. I do apologize. These are really cute because you can stitch them and switch them out like on a Paisley and Polka Dots finishing board if you so chose to, or you can stitch them independently if there's one that really screams to you. This is Wordy Bird August, and it's Summer Shimmer Golden Glimmer. And I have 7 of this one available, and it too is $9. Super cute. And the last one for Sweet Wing Studio was the most requested, and this is Wordy Bird's July chart. Here we go. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. 7 of these still available at $9 a piece. And it says, "Proud as can be in the land of the free." I love this one. So cute. And the colors, that blue on blue. Nice work, Sweet Wing Studio. Okay, let's look at some more fabric. So if you guys recall, back at Nashville time, when we were just starting pre-orders, Atomic Ranch took pre-orders for some of their new colors. Well, we got those in and we shipped out those pre-orders, and now I've got inventory of these fabrics, and they are gorgeous pastel colors, and I'm ready to share them with you. They are all in quarters. Everything is in a quarter, which for Atomic Ranch is 17 by 26, and they are all serged as they always are when they come from Millennial Fabrics. This first one is Foxglove, and it is a very pastel-y purple. I'm going to pull up and tell you the counts that I have everything in. So this is going to be under Foxglove cross stitch fabric by Atomic Ranch, and you're going to be able to see a picture. I will tell you that the linen is a little darker than the Aida, which you'll be able to see in the picture on the website. So I have this in 14, 16, and 18 count Aida, 28 and 32 count Lugana, and 32, 36, and 40 count linen. So we have this available in everything. And this is Foxglove, one of Atomic Ranch's new colors that was released at Nashville. They had a total of 4 colors released at Nashville. And this one is called, I really am not sure how to pronounce it, so please don't laugh at me if I'm wrong, or do. I won't know because it's a screen. Hellbore, I think is how you say this one. Hellbore, and it is, it's a blue, but it has greeny undertones. I will show you this one next to the actual blue, and you'll be able to kind of see the difference. And I am gonna have this one in, pulling it up now, hold please. If you're looking to purchase this one, it's Hellebore. And I have this one available in 14, 16, and 18 count Aida, 28 and 32 count Lugana, 32, 36, and 40 count linen. Hellebore. Okay. All right, and just a reminder for anybody coming in late, you just know that I'm gonna post this on YouTube once the live stream is over, so anything that you missed, don't stress about it. Okay, now this one is really good. This is Dahlia, and I really am in love with this one. Okay, let's see here. This is going to be Dahlia, And this one is going to be a nice, beautiful blush pink. Would be great for so many projects. And again, 14, 16, and 18 count Ada, 28 and 32 count Lugana, and 32, 36, and 40 count linen. This one is so pretty. I think it's my favorite of all of the new colors. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's very usable. I love this one. Yes. Okay. Now this is the last fabric of the evening. I'm getting quite a stack. Yes, for those of you who are just coming in, I'm going to resend the link. We have a page on our website now that's going to be updated weekly when we do these live streams. That's going to include everything new. So that link that I just sent in the chat is where you're going to be able to find everything that we're talking about. And then of course you can add anything else you want from the website as well. But that is where you will find everything we are talking about. And then please keep in mind that when I go over fabrics, if I have halves available, I usually only have one. So just be aware of that. If you want the half, I would grab it, and then I can always refund shipping if you end up ordering twice. So this is cornflower, and this is the one that's actually blue. It's a really pretty baby blue. And I'm gonna put that one up against the hellebore, the Helibore. Helibore one. And I have to ask my friend Caroline a question. Is Justin enjoying his program of me being live? Apparently they were watching me at Nashville and I was his program. Okay, so let me tell you what I have of cornflower available. This one, I am going to have 14, 16, and 18 count Ada. Now I only have this one in 28 count Lugana. I don't have it in 32. Oh, wait a minute. I'm so sorry. I have it in 28 and 32 count Lugana. I only have it in 32 and 40 linen. I do not have 36 count linen in this, but I have everything else. So this is cornflower. So let me show you cornflower next to the other one that I said kind of had more of a green undertone. Oh, Justin's not watching. How sad. Okay, so so this is gonna show you, you can kind of see the difference there. So this is the cornflower and it's a lot more blue while this one has those green undertones. And this is the Heliobore. This one here. All right, so that is going to do it as far as fabrics, but I do have a few more charts for us to go over, and then we are going to be able to do our question segment for any questions you guys may have. So somehow I dropped the ball. I don't really know how I did it, but it did. And I missed multiple emails from Pansy Patch Quilt and Stitchery about her Stitchery Lane houses, which I love. Their houses, you know, had to have them. And I missed them, 3 of them actually. So we have them available now, as well as the first one. So this is number 4, and this is Hot Cocoa House, and I have 7 of this chart available. All of these charts are $10. This is the Hot Cocoa House. And here is what they are going to look like when stitched together. They can be stitched independently or together. So this is Hot Cocoa House. Then we've got Rick Rack House. And I have 7 of those as well. And then last but not least, Button House. This one's really cute. And I have 6 of this one. All right, and then our Fine Frog pre-orders came in as well, and we do have some charts remaining from that pre-order, and that is going to be Opal Dragon. This is Opal Dragon here. Really nice. You can use fun fabrics for this one. I love it. I have 3 of this one available, and it is $9. And I just had a fabric idea for this one. I'm actually gonna grab one. Nope, that's the wrong one. I'm gonna grab one. So this next one is Ferret's Flagon, I think is how you say it. And how pretty would tarnish be with this chart? Oh, I'm gonna take my sticky note off. I have 3 of these and they are $11. This was a pretty popular chart. So this is Ferret's Flagon and it is $11 and this one is from Fine Frog. All right. And we also have Personette. I have only one of this chart remaining and this one is $12 as well. And I have a really great fabric. It might be called Esmeralda maybe, if I'm remembering correctly, or Artemis maybe, from Atomic Ranch. That would look really nice with this one. And then last but not least for our new releases is Holiday Samplings 4th of July from Primrose Cottage. And I have 6 of this chart remaining and they are $14. And that is going to conclude our new releases and what's new in the shop for this week. So I'm either going to close the YouTube video here as we finish up our May 20th What's New Wednesday, or depending on how the question and answers go, I might include those too. So if you guys have any questions for me about any of these releases, about upcoming events, or about anything in general, go ahead and send them in the chat now. I'm here to answer them. I really appreciate you guys all sticking around for all of that. I feel like we moved pretty quickly. It went pretty well, and I saw many of you placing orders throughout. Okay, so Kay wants to know, will there be extra Dirty Annie, Sam Betsy charts and stands for pre-order, and Santa and Rudolph chart? Yes, I have just not invoiced for them yet, but Kay, if you want to just send me a private message, I will just invoice you for one. I have a couple extra stands and extra charts as well. So just shoot me a message and I will get those to you. You are not actually the first one to ask, so that's great. Yes, I do have extras of those coming. For the most part, I do like try and get extras of everything. And then if you are on our mailing list, you will also receive an email that's going to have particularly the update information typed out for you. And then it's also going to include that YouTube video. Holly asks, will you be vending at Stitch West in November? Yes, I will be. And I may also be doing something else special for Stitch West in November. Yes, I will be there. Joanne wants to know, do you ever get orange fabric? I do. And as I mentioned, I have a lot of fabric that's not on the website yet that I need to go through. And I also just purchased another cutting table because my makeshift one, not good. It's cutting me. Like I put a makeshift metal like measuring tape on it, not good. I just need a nice cutting table. So I have that coming, and then fabric will be a little quicker to get up. But yes, I do, and I may already have some. I'm not totally sure. Lizanne wants to know, did you find a place to gather in Lancaster? I absolutely did, and it's going to come out in the email, but the events or the dates for that is going to be July 23rd to the 25th, and I will be sending more information out about that soon. I don't know if I've like publicly stated this. I will also be at the Welcome Stitchery Retreat in June, as well as StitchCon. I'll be at weekend A of StitchCon, and then I come home for one day, and I'm flying to Welcome Stitchery. Tracy said, what was the name of the fabric you recommended for Ferret's Flagon? So it's a little bit more gray based than the fabric that it calls for. But I recommended Tarnish, which is one of the new releases this week. That's Tarnish from Picture This Plus. Do you have any events coming to the... Okay, so I don't currently have anything scheduled for that area, but that does not mean that I won't in the future. I just don't, off the top of my head, think I do at the moment. I do probably need to update my calendar for you guys so you can see. I can give you a little rundown of what I've got going on. Let's see. So I have StitchCon next month, weekend A, and then Welcome Stitchery, as I just mentioned. And then the following weekend is our Stitch Day. And let's see, then I have a Thomas Rhett concert. That doesn't excite you all. Let's see. And then I tried to give us a little bit of like time in between that traveling and Stitch Ridge for extra stuff that we needed to do for Stitch Ridge. Then I do have, don't forget, Needlework Marketplace is coming in August. So you'll start getting releases for that the very end of July, early August. And then I am going to Stitcher's Market, which is replacing Galleria, and that will be in St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. And then the following week, we have the September Stitch Day. Remember, you can just message me for that. And then I will be attending Barefoot Needle Art's October retreat, which is their anniversary retreat. And I will also be in Stitch Fest Emporium, and that is going to be in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. And then I will be going to Caroline's retreat in October, and there are still seats available for that. I will also be vending there. That's October 22nd to the 25th. And then as soon as I get through my calendar, I will jump back over and answer questions. I see a few coming in. And then I will be attending Stitch West in November with some super secret stuff going on there. And then I'm attending Stitching in the Smokies, just as a stitcher, but I am sending a trunk show to that. And I think that's it for the year, I say with not that much confidence. Okay, Leanne, I actually sent you an email about that. I do have, yes, first of all, thank you so much for your order. Yes, I did find a January for you, and I also found a really nice finishing board that I have that is not listed on the website. So check your email. I included all of that in your email. Tara, I'm glad your order was successful. Kay asks, do you sleep? Not much, but I actually am trying to do better because my sleep schedule was awful, like very bad. Like I would stay at work until 2 or 3 a.m. and then I would like sleep for longer than I should, and then my day is half over. Not good. So I try and leave here now by 11 if possible. But yes, Leanne, if you want to check your email and respond to me and let me know, I'm assuming you probably do want me to add that January one, but let me know about the finishing frame. It's not on the website, but I sent you a picture of it in case you want it. Colleen said, do you know if there's a layout template for the Country Cottage Needlework series? Trying to start the series all in one, but not sure the best way to lay them out. Are you talking about the Christmas market series? I'm gonna look while you're answering. Okay. She says yes. Okay, yes, there is a layout. I'm gonna copy the link and send it in the chat for you. Oops, I just sent a thumbs up, but there's the link for you. Okay, Jennifer wants to know, when I'm working that late every day, how do I spend time with Nathan? Well, okay, so Nathan does work 4 on, 4 off shifts. So I do try, or I'm trying to get better about it, but like, you know, it's kind of one of those tough situations. You know, we don't have employees, it's just Nate and I. So, but when he works, I do try, we definitely eat together and spend time together. And then we've been going on more trips and stuff like that. But when he is working, I work late because nobody's home. So I may as well. And then also my landlord lets me bring one of my cats with me. So I bring Winston here a lot. And I got a little cat tree for him, and he hangs out here with me a lot. Not today though, because I was doing fabric, and yeah, he really likes to unthread my serger. So, speaking of Nathan, he is messaging me right now. I think he forgot that I was going live. All right, do you guys have any more questions? Otherwise, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Make sure that you, Jennifer wants to know, does Winston like car rides? He actually does. He does really well in the car. We've been getting him in the car since he was like teeny tiny itty bitty. So yes, he's totally fine in the car. Now Suki and Bowie, no, they don't, no. I have to sedate Suki to put her in the car. So just, again, just reiterating, Dirty Annie's, Finally a Farm Girl, Needle and Moss, and Carriage House samplings will ship together. The assortment release that I did earlier this week will ship together, and then JetX Stitch will ship separately. And JetX Stitch, if you want the beads to go with the charts, there are 2 of those charts that call for beads. Let me know, and I will get those for you as well. But I think that's it. I think that's where I'm going to wrap up. If you guys need anything or have any questions about items that you didn't want to ask in the chat, just send me a message. I will be available, and you just let me know. And I very much appreciate you being here, and we will talk soon. Put this on your calendar for next Wednesday, and I will see you then. Bye, guys.